Hey, Pastor Jerry here. Hope you are doing well today. So I have a question for you. What is the opposite of love? The most immediate answer, and I think by a wide margin, the most popular answer would be hate. The opposite of love is hate. But not really. I would argue, and others argue, this is not an original thought on my part, that's not true. Love and hate are two very separate emotions. You can love someone without hating them. In other words, the absence of love is not inherently hate. There are people I don't love, but I don't hate them. I don't know what the opposite of hate would be, but love, at least when we talk about it in the Bible, is very different. Biblical love, the opposite of that is selfishness. Now, why would we say that? How is selfishness the opposite of love, biblical love? Well, because as Jesus described love to us, it is all about giving, it is all about serving, it is all about putting the other first and you last for everything. I believe it was Bob Goff who said, once you love Jesus, you will love being last in line for everything. You will, in fact, come to serve and not be served, just as Jesus did. Jesus in John 13:34-35 is quoted by John as saying, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." Now we need to think, though, about how Jesus loved them. Well, first and foremost, he loved all of us by dying a brutal, unthinkable death on the cross. That's Jesus' definition of love. That was the ultimate loving act of the universe. God becoming fully man and fully God, surrendering himself to a torturous death. Okay, that was a loving act. That is Jesus' love. That is biblical love. Sacrificing yourself for others. The night before that, at the Last Supper, Jesus washed his disciples' feet. Now, this kind of gets short shrift, I think, what Jesus was doing there. They are at the home of apparently an affluent Jewish person. That type of home would always have the lowliest of servants at the door with a basin and towel, ready to wash and dry the feet of those who enter. Understand, first century Middle East, what that meant. Sharing roads with sheep and cattle and donkey, and what they leave behind, and mud. Those feet were filthy. Not thinking of like washing your friend's feet, which might be disgusting enough to you. That was Jesus' love. And he did it, I believe, he made sure there was no servant there and gave his disciples a chance to do it. No one did. So mid-meal, he got up and did it. So what does this all mean for us? That the opposite of Jesus' love is selfishness. Anytime you put yourself first, you're not loving. If you're a Christ follower, that's exactly what you are called to do. Always put others first. This is not to say that there isn't an emotional element to love, but love is largely a verb: doing, serving, giving, surrendering. And yes, in romantic love, clearly, there's an emotional element. And we all understand that. But real love is giving of yourself. I mention this because I think of the ways where I whiff at this. Getting irritated with my wife or others, not understanding she needs attention right now or she needs something right now. And whatever it is I'm doing can and should wait. I'll admit it's frustrating to me, and I did a whole video on this, serving as a crossing guard. It's amazing. And I understand. I used to be there where there was nothing more important than where I wanted to go, when I wanted to go, and how fast I wanted to get there. My goodness. I mean, people are endangering young children's lives and don't seem to realize it. I've thus had to file 2 reports already with police. Nothing I enjoy doing, but I need to get the license plate number and report it. Kids' lives are at risk. So think about what love is and what it isn't. It's selflessness is the opposite of selfishness. Love is selflessness. That's Jesus love. We should all aspire to that. God bless.